Hello everyone, welcome yourselves back to the YouTube channel, back for the next episode in the Retro Review series, episode 25 today, halfway to the 50 mark, and today we're talking Rosie and Jim. Subscribe, like as always, let me know down below in the comments if you've checked it out. If you haven't checked it out, will you check it out? And of course, enjoy. I recommend any other ideas you would like to see going forward. So, Rosie and Jim is a show that had a 10-year span from 1990 to 2000. And I checked out one episode today. I watched it as a kid. I don't remember the entirety of the show, but what I can say is it is a bad show. It's so I don't really know what the word to say is. Rosie and Jim are just not enjoyable characters to watch. The guy himself, the guy who is in charge of the boat and navigates the boat, he's okay. His writing takes the mick. He's basically writing stories about the Rosie and Jim and their adventures on the boat. I think that's cool. Does it live up to modern day? I think it lives up, but I think it's very bland and boring. Constantly going Rosie and Jim, singing it like that is like it doesn't fit well. It doesn't have a good vibe. It's very the whole premise behind it is bland and boring. They were just going up locks in the first episode, which, by the way, very intriguing to see how that works. Because I've seen them around and about, and I thought that was a really cool idea. It's cool for educational purposes and finding out what happens while you're on a canal, and when you're going down these canal roads, and people you see that work together, and how he imagines and what Rosie and Jim get up to. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot to love about it, but there were like 13, 14-minute episodes that I watched, and it felt like it was an hour-long episode because it was drawn out and dragged. And for me, I said this is my 25th show I reviewed in this series, and it just hasn't settled as well as I thought it would. And ultimately, I didn't enjoy it as much as I should. Maybe kids will enjoy it better, but I'm saying, like, I've still talked about mostly kids shows. So, and this is the only one that's not really done things for me. But I can see the enjoyability about it. I can see the educational purposes. I can see the cuteness of Rosie and Jim. The songs is okay, and the characters are likable to an extent. But as a collective, I think it's probably the worst one I've seen so far. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. Has values that are good, has redeeming moments in places, and ultimately just isn't as strong as I thought it would be, and that is where I'm going to leave it with Rosie and Jim at a 2 out of 5. Maybe we'll watch more down the line, but you guys can let me know if you want to see more. Go check out all the previous episodes, check out the future episodes, recommend episodes, and of course, thanks for watching as always. I did have a blast going back and watching this, don't get me wrong, but it just wasn't as strong as I remembered. So I'll see you next one. Goodbye.